Hi everybody, what's going on? Today we are going to do the DIY concrete countertop 1 year review. Hard to believe it's been a year, but yep, it's been 1 year since I've installed these countertops. We're going to take a good look at them. We're going to take a good look at how the sealer and the polish has held up that I used on these countertops. And I'm really looking forward to this video. I'm Jim Dirtdorf and this is Detroit DIY. Let's take a look. This is the sealer that I used on these countertops. This is Cyacryl 14 and it is from Concrete Countertop Solutions. And this is the shine that I used. I did a review on this product and I couldn't be happier with how this stuff works. You can see right there that there's still plenty of gloss on the countertop. The counter shine is amazing. The sealer seems to be pretty doggone good. We got a couple little stains here and there, but it just adds character. So let's take an overall look because they're holding up very well. The thing that I didn't like, and you know, if you watched I screwed up, was I wasn't really thrilled about this seam. I've had to caulk it a couple of times, but I guess it is what it is. It kind of grows on you. I've gotten used to it. The shine is just held up amazing. This area right here is held up amazing. This is our coffee, and typically this gets slid around all the time. It has done nothing to mar the finish or mess up the finish, and it just has held up really nice. There's no additional cracking. There was a crack right here from the very beginning, and there was a crack right here from the very beginning. They add a little character, I guess. The same thing back here, but they've held up very well. I just can't complain one bit about how these countertops have held up. The shine, like I say, is still amazing for 1 year. I thought after a year I would have to recoat them with the counter shine, which is nice because you can, at any point in time, you can recoat these with that counter shine and it will adhere and it will work nicely. So, I mean, guys, in all reality, I couldn't be happier with how everything has turned out. I guess my biggest disappointment in the whole thing was that I used a Concrete countertop mix for these countertops before I had realized I've made other countertops since using mortar mix, and the bags were so inconsistent that, as you can see, this counter and this section of the counter are slightly different in the way they turned out. It's a nice thing it's divided by the sink. It's kind of hard to tell. They're similar, but they're not identical. And I knew when I mixed the mix for that section right there that it was acting much different than the other mixes. It was looser. It was just, you know, that's why I really, if you haven't watched my review on the Concrete countertop mix, take a look at that. Not real happy with the mix. I'm happy with how it's holding up, I guess, in the end here on my countertops, but to make them was a nightmare. This whole countertop got thrown away once, and some other sections got thrown out also. And I almost wish I would have thrown that half out and started over on it. But that's where we're at, guys, and I mean, I just couldn't be happier with how everything has turned out. The Cyacryl 14 sealer is amazing. At one point in time, my wife put a lid right here off of the pot and it left a circle, and that circle stayed for probably 5 or 6 weeks, and slowly but surely it just kind of diminished, and I was really pleased to see that take place. And you know, other than that, I see that there's like a couple little stains right here. No big deal. That's about the only staining that I see anywhere, are those two little dots right there. Otherwise, everything else has just held up amazing. There might be a little stain right there. But guys, I couldn't be happier with the look that they've put in my kitchen and with the quality of those two products right there. I think these are the game changer and would have made everything here last as long as it's lasted and look as nice as it looks. If there's anything I would have done different here, it would just be the mix. I would have used Rapid Set Mortar mix instead of the Concrete Countertop mix. I didn't, at this point in time, I was just kind of digging into this and figuring out what was going on, doing a bunch of research, reading a bunch of reviews, and the mix I used had some decent reviews, but then I started just running into tons of problems with it being so inconsistent. So that's the only thing I would have done different, was use the mortar mix. I would have put the same amount of gray pigment. I would have done everything exactly the same, just with mortar mix. Alright guys, that's all we got for this time. Short little video. Just wanted to show you these countertops and how they look after a year. And they're just holding up amazing. If you're thinking about concrete countertops, get out there and get it done. Watch my videos. I got some excellent tutorials on how to put everything together and how to make these countertops, all the way from the mistakes that I made to what we've come up with in the very end, and the other set of countertops that we did also for my daughter's house. If you enjoyed yourself, click on one of those two videos. They're going to pop up right there, and we'll see you soon.